At least we started
Yep,
together this time.
yeah, it's hard some days.
Alright, the warrants will be signed, we'll probably get them on your way out.
Yep.
Anybody note any errors or omissions of the April 23rd select board meeting minutes?
I did not.
I would, make a motion, we approve them as read.
I will second the motion.
Been moved and seconded that we approve the selectmen meeting minutes for April 23rd. All those in favor?
In favor.
In favor?
In favor. Any adjustments?
Nope.
Any announcements?
Nope.
Public comment?
Nope.
No public hearings? Alright, we'll start out with the generator for the Sunday River Fire Station.
I'm bringing it back because Heath Poland is recommending that we put a, what do I want to say, a meter box?
Shut off switch.
Yeah, the shut off and a more generator for the, yeah, let's try this. Price includes delivery, installation, startup, test, customer orientation. Talks about the payment. If the generator is not started the day of install because the gas is not connected, they expect full payments. It'll be placed by the utility pole with a transfer switch mounted near the generator. We will install a new service on a pedestal near the utility pole as part of the installation. He said if we need to, they will need a trench from the new pedestal to the building, which we knew anyway. But he said that he thought it'd be better to have the new service over there. So that changed the price from $10,500 to $13,600, if that's what you wanna do.
So the meter on the building will be relocated
Nope, it's gonna be a separate,
separate, so another CMP account.
yeah, which he thought if they wanted to put something else over there eventually or whatever. But I mean, that's up to us. He said that's what he would recommend.
Did you say why?
No.
We probably don't have anything more in there than we would a normal house, probably less.
Yeah, probably.
We can't add any more buildings on that side of the property, we don't have enough setback.
On the driveway
On the
side?
pond side, on the pond
Pond
side.
side? Must be, because the pond's on our property.
Well, the pond doesn't require a setback, that can go right up against the property line.
Yeah, but I mean, the back side of it, it's gotta be back 50, 75 feet from the blacktop.
True, but what would we put over there?
I don't know at this point in time,
Yeah.
but that would be the only side you could really put anything on.
And he did say, if they have an issue with the generator, they could shut the switch off there and it won't have to shut everything off in the station. For the shut off thing.
Yeah,
I
that's,
don't know. That's why I'm bringing it back.
I can't figure out.
What was the price of that?
originally.
The original was,
Or the price to add this thing and
Oh.
stuff?
the original was 10,500, the new was 13,600. You have both copies there.
we've gotta replace the wire anyway.
I guess,
So,
I guess I want a better explanation if it was me from Heath.
maybe that someone could come and we could meet over there sometime and, or a couple of us or whatever, and
Yeah, during the day.
We can ask him, I know the last time I asked him to meet over there, he says, I've been over there 3 different times.
Well, but he doesn't explain things well.
Not.
Yeah, his explanation might make sense to a master electrician.
Tell we don't understand
Right.
what they
Right,
trying to tell us.
right. Yeah, he doesn't explain it well enough for the lay person.
Tell them, besides that, we've got 2 others, so.
Yeah.
Something happens, we really don't need to come back to you.
I'll retract my motion
Okay.
until we find out more information.
I just sent him a message too, we'll see, he might not, I mean, I don't know what he's doing, so he may not be able to answer me. Suppose I could try calling him if you want.
Alright, so we'll table that until we get,
Okay, more information?
yeah.
Okay.
Sign school warrants.
Yeah.
We don't really have a choice.
No.
We only gotta make our signature 14 times.
Hey, I had to sign all for every town.
So let's compare signatures.
So, your writer's cramp,
Yes.
all gone now, all better?
Yeah,
Well, don't complain, how many things have I gotta sign today, so just sign away.
does
Like
he
one of the bank.
Yeah, they should make a motion to
who
sign.
wants to make a motion to sign?
Yeah.
I guess I'll make a motion to sign the school warrants.
I'll second that.
And move and second it that we sign the school warrants, all those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
In favor.
There's a whole pile. But they're clipped so that we don't get these confused
Yeah.
with these.
So we sign right here?
Mhm.
Yeah, on more than one page, and you know the one packet.
Oh, no, the packets, please.
This is 5 or 6.
School budget
So
went
unhook
down
the-
this year.
Unhook the big clip, make your life easier.
Yeah, and then when it gets to the,
So Mandy should hook them all
she
back
hook
together.
them, yeah.
They need to fill in the day here.
Yeah, we'll take care of
Both
that.
of them.
I think one of us will sign it anyway.
Yeah, Rhoda has to sign
Yeah,
it.
I thought.
I need to sign this.
Yeah.
School budget went down this year.
No.
Along with the county budget.
I mean, our portion,
Our portion, our
percentage went down, but the,
Our
Budget.
portion did.
yeah, because it went from 90-10 to,
Again?
Yeah, this is a new packet, so make
90-10
sure,
to 80,
make sure after that one that gets clipped, Mindy.
I
Yeah.
don't have the clip, so.
is it 85-15 now, our portion? 80-12, I don't know, I'd have to look to see what it is, but our percentage went down because of the shift of the, so many.
But it still went up.
Yeah, but the budget itself went up. And the county budget went up
Pay for those sheriffs.
Yeah.
Did you see the
That
tape
seven
down
of them
in
can
Bethel?
shoot, and like nobody can hit,
Yeah.
but only one hit them.
I was like,
Yeah.
I bet. So put your pen down.
Don't put your pen down.
What warrant you got now?
It's like, oh, secret election warrant. Okey-dokey.
Okay, now we have to sign select board warrant.
Mm-hmm.
What is the select board warrant?
It's the one so people can vote for you or write in for select board for the next 3 years, after June sixth election.
So this is the select ballot election,
Yeah.
select board warrant.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make a motion that we sign the warrant so we can have a vote or in writing for the selectmen.
Yeah.
Or select board, I should say.
I'll
Yes.
second that.
And move in second that we approve, assign the warrant, select board warrant, all those in favor?
In favor.
In favor.
In favor, I don't know if I'm supposed to vote on that or not, so.
Yeah, your name's on it.
Okay.
This is just talking.
This
about-
is, so,
Yeah.
and we gotta have somebody from the town of Newry come in and,
Be a moderator to start it, yeah. We have to elect a moderator. We did a little bit more homework and found out.
that's gonna, they have to be at what, 8 o'clock when? before-
Yep.
Polls open.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to be your moderator?
Mhm.
Perfect, looks like we found one.
I'm here.
Oh, we gotta
Right.
have 3 people here to vote or something?
No. What'd you say?
We have to have 3 people here to vote, is that what it is? Town people?
Yeah, yeah.
You should have 3 people between the office help and the,
Ballot clerk.
and the, yeah, the people
Mhm.
running it.
Yeah.
Is this a new procedure?
No,
No.
it was just missed.
Huh?
I think it was missed. It was,
It wasn't being done.
it wasn't being done correctly.
I was gonna say, cause I've never,
No. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if I've seen it at other town meetings, for any of my other towns.
See, most towns now that are on a fiscal year,
Yeah.
they'll have their meetings, their vote, and then they have the
Same.
selectmen, town meeting afterwards, the
Oh,
next day, so it just continues.
okay.
So that's why they've already, and that's why we didn't even think of it.
And
Right.
some people don't vote their selectmen in by secret ballot.
Right.
No, they do
on
it from the floor.
Yeah,
Right.
so then they don't have to do that,
Oh, okay.
because they've already elected their moderator.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
yeah, Upton does it from the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is what we have to do.
Yeah.
Affinity lights upstairs, Grange Hall?
Yes, I contacted them to see what they was gonna do for those lights, and they said,
LED light bulbs.
LED light bulbs will replace what they have. Up there, they weren't
So
gonna
I guess
change
that
anything.
answers that question.
Yes, and of course, I never thought of it until we got to town meeting, and Amy and I were talking, it's like, oh, yeah. But, yeah, unless, they
No
figured,
change to the fixture.
cheers, yeah.
Yeah, we're not messing with that tin
No,
ceiling.
No,
Good.
that's what they said, they figured people would wanna keep it as
Yeah.
is, so.
I just hope they're nice and bright.
Yeah,
So we'll go with the code enforcer road committee report.
So you guys have it in front of you in type, huh? They don't?
Do not.
I need a copy for
And
What
That's
is
town administrator, I'm telling you, I give her things, she doesn't hand
I made
anything
a copy
out.
for myself. Did Did you make copies?
I got a copy for me, no, yeah, I got it for me.
I did a copy for me.
Yeah.
Want me to-
Yeah, he was, mine's got a staple, I guess.
All right,
Just
ready?
continue.
Yeah,
We will, go ahead, yeah.
you'll have a copy in a moment.
We walked all the roads, all the damages with the FEMA inspectors on May 7th. Very succinct measurements. There will be exactly what's damaged will be getting replaced. We talked about at letter S in the lower half of Branch Road, the part that's damaged the most at Branch Road. Obviously, that's, full width, full length of the damages. Branch Road, where it was, half of the road, right there at letter S, we've got guardrail repairs we've got to fix. There's a good chance that I'll get, maybe 100 feet by the width of the road, but certainly not the larger section that I was kind of hoping for. But they've got all the information they need, so we can start repairing the roads. We had a meeting with Cross yesterday, June 1, they're gonna start rocking and rolling. June 3rd, I will ride around, which is a Monday. We'll get, Doug is gonna be our project manager himself, so he will, and I will ride around. I have painted this town from one end to the other with orange paint, detailing what's gonna get done on the roads. The way I hope this works is we'll start over on Valley View, just because we need to get that taken, that's the only real damage over there. Valley View, Lone Pine, start at Upper Branch, work down, and then Sunday River, Roderick, letter S will be the last section that gets done. The goal is to get the asphalt in place where the damages are up against, the new shoulder work that needs to be removed and replaced with what we put in there last winter. Get all of that taken care of, get the base layer of asphalt down this year, and then leave it for the winter. Next spring, we'll go back in, get the final coat of asphalt over it. FEMA will allow me to account for, the section that's damaged, so I'll go out there and remeasure strips and sections and pieces and parts. But we'll do our normal spring paving like we've done every year and start doing our sections of road as should be done. But this year, I'm recommending that we do not do the finished coat of asphalt. Let those shoulders and all the replacement gravel that we're putting in settle for the winter. Let's plow it, let's drive on it, logging trucks, plow trucks, dump trucks, and let it settle down before we put the finished coat on.
Did you figure in that, where we thought it was a culvert washed out on the Branch Road, the lower section, where the hole was in the middle of the road there?
That's not a FEMA issue.
It wasn't, because
No.
I thought that we thought it was something as a result
We
of that.
thought it was, but I can't trace the
can't?
water.
Okay,
I can't.
no problem, I'm just curious.
Yeah, that 5 foot or 6 foot square damage at the as soon as you turn onto Branch Road, it's just a sinkhole. The culvert was perfectly intact, it wasn't separated, we have no idea what happened there.
That's just gonna be a patch job.
That'll just be a patch job, yeah. So that's what's happening with part of the FEMA stuff. After we did our initial assessment, December 20th, 21st, 22nd, after all the floods, I didn't know anything about the river work that had happened across from Outward Bound's driveway, up in the Sunday River, the rock veins, the stumps, the engineering that went involved in that to keep the bank stabilized there. The river's probably at its closest point 15 to 20 feet from the road. It doesn't look like any impact was gonna happen directly because of the floods to the road. I'm not concerned about the road at all. But now's the time with brick grants through FEMA and hazard mitigation grants, that if we go back and hire the same guys that designed all of that armament, if you will, for the riverside to the riverbank that we used last time. Jeff Stearns, Joe Aloisio, Milo, his last name. And then there's another guy, Fields. Sorry. We can get the paperwork started. When the grant process opens up in September, I'm hoping to have some engineering. Jeff Stearns will help me with the grant paperwork. I've been in touch with MEMA, the Maine Emergency Management people who manage the grant dollars. And this is one of those, 75 to 85% match from MEMA with the town funds. And we get to protect our road from Sunday River, because it likes to rage nowadays with our rains and floods. It's also gonna do another section along that same stretch of river that is, what was just a floodway, has now become the riverway. And it is washing out 3 properties below that. 2 of them substantially. One of them's just a field, but it won't take long before it reaches that person's house and barn. So, along with the fix that Jeff will help design with Joe and Fields and Milo, we're looking at probably taking trees, laying them into that floodway, and building some type of, not a dam, because you can't dam the rivers, but we're gonna slow it down. It'll still allow for the floodwaters to use this channel, but we wanna get the river channel back in where it was pre-December 18.
I've been told, there's a piece of that Sunday River Road in through there that they actually had to move the road because it washed out.
They did, yep, and then Sunday River, we have an easement over Sunday River Resort property for that section of road. That's closer up to letter S.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was in there somewhere.
Yep, and obviously, they're aware of the damages, just like everybody else is in town, and they know we're gonna get in there and fix that section of road. I've already spoken with the resort about that. We're not moving the road, staying right where it was. Yeah. So that's, I think I've got everything there. Working on grants, and they are not based on our valuation. Yeah. And I was honest with me, Mom, like, I'll be honest, I've heard of this, but I just always just deleted you because I didn't think we'd qualify. She goes, oh, no. Do the process. I'm like, okay.
These were done before with grants.
Yeah, so that's what I'm learning. I wish my predecessor had told me about some of that. It would have been cool, but little did we know we were gonna have Mother Nature unleash on us. We are working, the state, in case any of you haven't figured it out yet, the map in front of the Matterhorn got paved.
I saw that.
That's all patched up, that looks good. Working on a stormwater management possible policy, that I'll be coming to you guys to back me up on.
Got one for Blacktop.
Excuse me?
The state has one for Blacktop.
Uh.
Like parking lots, like the Telstar School, they had to register with the state. The number of
I
square.
went under stormwater, so what are you bringing up?
The water runoff of the Blacktop.
Yeah,
They had to go in there and measure it all up and figure out how much water flowed off of that.
Yeah.
It doesn't soak into it.
right,
Is it just similar to what
No.
you're talking about?
not at all.
Okay.
No. We have a bunch of private roads in Newry that I don't have any authority over to go back in and say, hey, fix your stuff. You're causing damages to public roads, taxpayer roads. Not that they're not taxpayers, but I don't have any authority to drive up any of these subdivisions and say, where's your maintenance records for all your ditching and your plowing and your, asphalt maintenance? Where's your check dams and your drainage ditches? Where's, I don't have that. I've been fortunate, the HOAs have been very open to communicating with me. Great Brook, Peaks Village, Merrill Hill, and there's one more.
Leads.
Oh, Upper and Lower Road, Glades, yeah, so this road is named Glades View, but the subdivision over there is, I don't understand how this all happened, but, so I get lost with the subdivision names versus road names. The HOAs have been very responsive and said, oh wow, yeah, no problem, we'll get on this. They're hiring mainland engineering, a couple of them, to go in and make sure what they're doing is correct. On top of what we want to see for drainage and stormwater management, whether it be with their retention ponds or just getting their ditches cleaned out. They're also going back and looking at their DEP permits, which are supposed to be recertified every 5 years from the date of approval. So, they're going to work.
I think another thing that needs to be included in that is bridges. Rompet's having a problem that they were putting in private bridges that they aren't capable of going across it with their fire trucks. But when they were kind of designed, they were all right, but they've deteriorated over time, and they can't seem to force anybody into fixing it. And I just wonder if this is the time we need to add that in there somehow too.
We have that in our planning board review process. That has to all be engineered and That's part of our road
Not so much
standards.
for the design now, I'm talking 40 years down the road, that, to make sure that that bridge is still capable of handling the load that it was designed for.
That's a separate issue from stormwater.
Well, it is, yeah, but I'm just wondering if we need to incorporate that,
Not in stormwater.
not in
We would
stormwater.
incorporate that into the UDRO, into our road standards probably. Stormwater is a different entity for us when it damages our public roadways.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to work on here now is to get our subdivisions up to par. I mean, it's a standard in all of their declarations. It's just nobody was really paying much attention to it now until December. After December, when all became very apparent. Ragged Hill Road off of the dirt section of Sunday River has washed out the public portion of Sunday River Road twice, once in May, once in December. That we end up, as taxpayers, the town of Newry pays to replace. Because their culverts and their subdivision were undersized at the time the subdivision was designed. Once you clear all the trees off lawns and make lawn, water flows faster.
Yeah.
They're not abiding by their covenants either, so. But they're working with us also. I mean, I've had really good rapport with all these HOAs, so I'm happy to report that. But it'll become a policy once we can figure out how to word all of that. I'm talking to Carabasset Valley and Rangeley, resort communities with a lot of private, subdivision roads that go up hills, to try to figure out what they do to enforce this type of stuff. I can write letters saying, hey, information, please do this. I don't have any teeth. And that teeth will come in the form of 3 selectmen eventually. Much as we love, our small town feel, some of this is, we have more development than Lewis and Auburn. So I've got to be able to work with those developers as well as the property owners that buy in those developments later on and get some compliance and help maintain our roads as well as theirs. So that's my stormwater policy spiel. Working on it. Okay, and then, let's see. We have not slowed down in our building. I'm now up to 16 brand new homes permitted this year. And it's only May. Working with the county, again, with preparedness and infrastructure. I have proposed to the county, and this is a 2-year in the making event, of doing some type of emergency up on the mountain. It obviously would be staged. I'll get with powers that be up at the resort once I get with my county guys and say, hey, what are we doing? And gals, there's 3 women down there. We might be able to put on a fake emergency event, let's say at the summit, when it's a beautiful 18-inch fresh snow day and cars are parked on both sides of the road and we can't get emergency apparatus up there and we can't evacuate people. We're gonna give it every worst case scenario we can possibly find, and do it with all our mutual aid partners. It would be great training. I mean, right from Mexico, Rumpert, all the way over, bring Woodstock, Greenwood, Bethel, get everybody involved. Medcare, Bethel Ambulance. But that'll be something that's maybe even 2.5 years in the planning. Just letting you guys know what I'm doing for EMA stuff. There, how'd I do? Cover everything?
Seems like it.
Thanks for typing that.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
It's been busy. Getting FEMA everything that they want. Thank goodness we have the same FEMA representative from the May storm and the December storm. She has been awesome, and she's got us right down to what we need now. Bring it on. Bring on the 500-year events, because we know what we're doing.
We're in better shape than a lot of towns.
You also have somebody that's here full-time, little tiny towns like Byron have a stipend position, and that poor woman is,
Yeah.
she gets paid $900 a month, maybe, I have no idea, but, she's trying to do all of this paperwork. Oh, boy, God bless her.
Yeah, and they're doing all the town stuff, I mean, registrations and all that.
Right, they're doing everything, yeah. It's one person show over there.
Maybe she'll ask for a raise. She should if she doesn't, yeah.
from you again on this.
Oh, multiple
Several
times,
times.
multiple times.
Okay. Deputy clerk report.
The only thing I'm gonna report is I have 98 30-day notices that are gonna go out today, with a little help from my coworkers. They have to go certified mail, so that will be it.
Town administrator's report.
Well, when they did the roadside trash pickup, they didn't include the town of Newry this year. So I'm gonna find out who sets that up so they can include us, so we can, you know. I have not been out picked up along the road, but I do notice there's a tire between our house and here.
Wasn't Steve White the one who came and talked to us last year about it?
I don't know who did. I didn't see him in any of the pictures.
But we
this
got
year,
left
but-
off the flyer last year, even though like we were
Yeah.
included, it was,
Yeah, like we were gonna do it, but they didn't put us on the flyer. The
Yeah.
first year they,
yeah, it was,
Yeah.
The first year I bought bags and gloves. We
yeah,
did
the
that.
first year they were like, yeah, and it was great, and then the second year, they mentioned it to us, but didn't,
yeah, they kind of left us.
they didn't put us on the flyer.
I think it's a conservation commission that starts it, and each one of those towns has one,
Oh.
and we don't.
Well, it's just frustrating because we had participated before.
Yes, so I
Yes.
just kind of thought I'd bring it
And
to
we
their
had,
attention.
we had gone all the way from like Ken Carson's to
Yeah.
the end of this road.
Yeah.
And we had people that did do the other side
Yeah.
and Lone Pine and,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of trash
Yeah,
Well, even more so because of all.
because of all the flooding.
yeah. And then,
So Fridays,
yeah,
Yeah.
Ethan can pick the
Choose
trip
another
bags
really
up,
fun
we'll
with
just
the
leave them
couch
along the
cushion
way.
plate.
I know, I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop and grab that someday because it drives me freaking crazy.
what?
The couch cushion.
Oh, the couch cushion, I thought it was picked up.
I don't know, maybe it is.
I,
It might
The,
be, I don't know.
the property owners at the end of the road have worked hard trying to get all their stuff that floated over and headed down.
Somebody picked it
didn't-
up, they
yeah.
had it in a big pile and the pile disappeared.
Yeah, I
So
No,
they had been
Carrie
working
and
on it.
Edmo picked up all that stuff.
I don't know who those people are.
Carrie McPherson,
The
the
house
people who
that's
live in the
down.
house on the end of the road,
Oh.
cleaned all the
Side,
woods
but
there, and with the help of some of their friends, and put it in a pile, and when DOT picked up, I guess, the big stuff,
Oh.
they picked it up. The property owner
Didn't do anything.
did not participate.
Wow, huh?
But that all didn't.
From
come
what
from
I
his
understand.
property, it came from everywhere up the river, you know,
Probably.
really.
Well,
yeah, but. So I'm gonna talk to them about that. And if anybody wants to be on the LPC, of you or us, it's a legislative policy committee that MMA has. It is quite a requirement, a lot of meetings and stuff, which would be great, but it takes a lot of time, But I had to bring that up. And then Joelle was out, working on trails the other day, and she noticed town line stuff and wanted to know the last time the town lines had been painted.
They quit doing that
I know,
years ago for some particular reason.
yeah, I don't know why, well, it's up to the towns if they wanna do it. but-
Well, after they had that big to-do with Bethel over where the line was and went to court and everything,
Yes, yeah,
they quit doing that then.
yeah, Stanley Brown and, his brother used to paint the town lines.
Jim Bennett, Jim's not here.
Barker,
No, up on the back
oh,
there. but
Cisco,
Cisco used to be involved in that too.
that was the town line when they talked about the issue, but they used to paint them, Stanley Brown and his brother used to paint them every year. But the side that Joelle was talking about, I don't know when the last time that was done, I don't know if they.
1989, according to the wooden marker,
Yeah,
which is not in its rock, stone marker. It's not in its stone pile anymore. It's all leaned up against a tree. And it says Newry and Andover, 1989 on both sides.
Yeah,
So probably build
that's
it.
when they started at Hanover.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hanover, and went
Yeah.
up that line.
Yeah, Long Mountain, White Brook, all along, that's the side I hiked, so,
Yeah,
yeah.
So that was probably Uncle Bill that painted.
I think Bill was in on that
Probably.
too, yeah.
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 Bill and Jim and can't remember who the third person.
I just think if you don't mark your property lines, I'm not saying resurvey, but mark what's currently marked.
Yeah.
Eventually, nobody knows where the line is again.
It used to be
Now you're
called
paying a
preambulating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
Being proactive instead of reactive.
Yeah.
Yes. And speaking of that, the auditor, I was on the phone with her a couple hours yesterday, moving money into the right accounts with the, stuff that they do every year at the audit, money that we raise at town meeting, moving it. And like moving the opera funds from the opera account to the fire department. And she did recommend that we start, where we had done that revale one, if we start putting away every year a little bit for that. She goes, you guys might wanna think about that. Start saving for the next revale.
This has been 3 years already, right? 4
Yeah.
years, 3 or 4.
Yeah,
What do you figure, every 10?
yeah. So, and then the assessor's gonna come talk to you probably at the next meeting. So, that's about all I have at this point. June what? Oh, yes, the last day of the month for our end of the year fiscal year. June 27th is our last day. We'd like to close at 3 o'clock.
We do that every year, right?
Yes.
Normally.
And it is in the town report that we do close. It says June
Need
30th,
a
but
motion on that or not?
Yeah, please. Probably should.
Make a motion that they close the town office early on
June
the
27th.
end of the, June, whatever, the end of the fiscal year.
Yep.
I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we close the town office on end of the fiscal year. All those in favor?
In favor?
In favor.
In favor.
Maybe it shouldn't be. You got the date, but I couldn't remember
That's
what you
okay.
said, but.
Yeah, nope, we close at 3. That way we can get to the bank if we have a bunch of cash. And
Well,
do
I
it.
left that part of it open, so you guys can
Fill
figure
it
out when
in.
you want to
Okay.
close it.
We can do that.
We're gonna have 2 meetings in June here on one night, right?
We're doing them in the morning.
we're
Oh,
doing
that's right.
10.
So it won't matter for you. Okay,
Right.
never mind.
Sorry, taking up golfing.
I heard, huh?
Then there's like 4 or 5 of them. We'll just have, the Spirit of America guy called me, and it was too funny because it was the day after a town meeting, and once you go in and put their names in, it prints off this wonderful certificate. But there's only room, you have to write small on the lines, so if you guys could sign those, and we'll get those to the Grays and to Charlie. And I think Charlie was quite humbled to get that award.
Yes.
Well, I can tell you, Sylvia Gray was a little pissed.
But then she was very happy. She
Yes.
sent me a message the next day.
She didn't like it being sneaky, that's for
No.
sure.
And she didn't figure it
The
out.
look on
Yeah.
her face was priceless.
Yeah.
And probably my favorite part of the whole night.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and I did get an email, just news-wise, from Eric Gillis about the state of Maine and the mining regulations. His little concerns, and he figured we were on top of it, and I just wrote back that we do follow the happenings, and told him that we had had a special town meeting about a moratorium, and it didn't pass, and I told him we'd look things up on the website, and the UDRO and stuff, so.
But then it went to town, then it went to a secret ballot.
The moratorium didn't pass.
No.
No, we never had, the moratorium did not pass.
But then didn't we have a secret ballot of something to do with mining, and it did?
Oh, yeah, but not the moratorium, yeah.
Yeah, we have new language, added language to the UDRO, but we've got the
Yes.
moratorium.
That's it.
Make a motion, we adjourn, 10:48.
Second it.
Moved and seconded that we adjourn. All those in favor?
In favor,
In favor.
In favor.
with enthusiasm, the sun is out.
It's gonna be 80, I feel sick.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's been coughing.
Yeah.
Those bugs are pretty, those
Loretta
bugs are pretty thick out
Loretta has
there.
made all of us sick, we need to close the town office.
That's what I said about Wednesday.
Yeah.
Might